Perhaps you've been following the story of Chris and Elaine Clash, an Australian couple in their 50s who are definitely not living a quiet retirement. Instead, they are traveling the world in their homemade adventure buggy, and they've been kind enough to stop here, take time out from their adventures, or perhaps this is just part of their adventures, the Clashes. Welcome to Breakfast Television. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Halifax. It's actually been a fantastic introduction to this fantastic city. You know, it's been brilliant.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. Before we get into the story of the buggy, though, we were joking around a little bit earlier. You guys, we've seen some pictures of you guys in the middle of Mongolia.
Yeah.
How do the roads here compare to there?
Well, I must admit, there are some roads here that are worse than some roads in Mongolia, but that was said in jest as a visitor. But, you know, please, it's an observation.
Listen, Nova Scotians know, Maritimers in general know that's the truth. Let's talk a little bit about the adventure buggy here. This is something you made homemade from spare parts.
Well, I think it's just a credit to its builder and designer, my wife, who we built out of ball bars, and basically it's now a chassis really strong. It's all had a second life. All this material's had a second life, and even bought the engine off eBay for $200, the gearbox for $150. We put it together, and it's travelled 44,000 miles, and we haven't had a breakdown in it.
That is unbelievable.
It, but we haven't had a breakdown.
Do you have a background as a mechanic, or just
a little bit of an engineering background, but really we just thought we could do better than the car manufacturer, and it total cost us $4,500 Australian dollars.
Elaine,
which is, you know,
that's phenomenal.
It's pretty cheap.
Unbelievable. Elaine, do you mind pointing out the sleeping quarters for us?
On here.
Oh,
that's the sleeping.
That's the sleeping.
How long does it take to open up? Can you open that up?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can just show you how it goes.
This
and
is
then
just unreal.
You'll see. We'll do it as quickly as I can for you guys. On here.
Pop it open.
And this is how we are. We'll just leave that like that. We level it here first because it's self-leveling, and then we just put this up like this.
Yeah, you definitely have an engineering background, don't you?
Like
Look at that.
We can park anywhere.
We can park anywhere. Just put this
Unbelievable. So, Elaine,
just put this up here.
While Chris is setting up there, you know, every couple, as much as you love each other, every couple needs a little bit of space once in a while. What do you do when you're in the middle of Mongolia and you need a little time out?
Well, we usually have an argument right when we are in the desert, and I get my bag and I start walking, and I think, you silly woman, where are you going? So you should just sit down and then just cool out a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is it up here. This is our sleeping quarters. It's pretty just, you know, there you go. It's probably a bit dark in there, but it has the windows. That's it. That's two and a bit years up there.
What an adventure you're on. Come on over here for a sec, Chris, too, because before we run out of time, you brought a few items that give people a better sense of what life on the road is like for you guys.
Great. Look, I really can only recommend certain things. We've really tested them out. One is the car. If any Canadians want a car, just give us a call. I can build a good one, better than the car manufacturers. This is a Coleman petrol stove that we cook on. That's what Elaine cooks on. That's been like that for 2.5 years.
Oh, that's a kitchen every woman would die for.
They'd love this, wouldn't they?
This is a $10 item from Australia. This is a fire stick. We've never used matches. That will light anything. That's been a real friend. And of course, that's from Australia. This is from Canada. This is Mallett's maple pepper. Now, we've used this, and we love it because it tastes really great on anything that we eat. So that's a Canadian product. So.
You're preaching to the choir here.
Okay,
I mean, you're in Canada, and there's nothing we can't make a maple product out of, including pepper.
So I'm going to take that back to Australia. I'm taking that back to Australia. Yeah. So
guys, you've been 44,000 miles so far in a vast array of different countries. Have you had any scary moments? Have you had some moments where you thought, you know what, maybe we should have bypassed this country altogether?
Yeah, we've had a few. We drove into a minefield in Tajikistan.
Whoa.
That wasn't funny. I mean, we look back on it now as being something of a little bit of a kind of turning moment. But if anybody drives into a minefield, it's pretty scary. So that was a life-changing moment. We did get out. Elaine was cautiously on the back of the car, following our tracks exactly back out. So that was an issue. Yeah.
I wish we had more time to talk, because I'm sure you guys have days worth of stories to tell us. We want to wish you both, though, the best of luck on the rest of your adventure. Where do you head from here? Where can people find you next?
We're going to head up towards Labrador and head to Goose Bay, up through Quebec, and Ontario, Manitoba, up through Saskatchewan, up to the north. And we would love to say, if we can, that thank you for all the hospitality we've received from Stuart, Lynn, James, and Michelle have been fantastic, and Tony, the clam digger, and Bernadette in West Chesapeake. Thank you very much. It's been fantastic.
Chris and Elaine.
And we should say the drivers are fantastic.
And the driving is fantastic. Well done.
Chris and Elaine, thank you very much.
Thanks
Best
very
of luck
much.
on your adventures. If you'd like to follow along at home, check out myspace.com/AdventureBug. How do you think you and I would make out driving around the world for like 4 years? Lasts about 6 hours, I'm thinking. 2 more years left in the journey, and we want to wish the Clashes all the best, for sure.
Going to be a great journey.